I work in Hollywood in television, and I also had a pretty substantial career in Impact Entertainment, so I feel uniquely qualified to talk about all the America's Next Top Model drama. Am I shocked about any of the goings-ons on the show? Like, no, not at all. I used to intern at Lifetime, and I remember we did Dance Moms and Project Runway, and there was also a scripted show about how crazy reality TV producers are called Unreal. So like there was like zero shock. I was like, I knew reality producers were instigating left and right for not the betterment of society, but I think the thing I really want to address is how utterly diabolical Tyra is in using like her desire to change the beauty standard, but then weaponizing the beauty standard against everyone else. And I think that's like uniquely fascinating and such a unique product of that specific show. Just like it's really fascinating how across the board, and I don't think this is unique to Tyra Banks, but the most staunchly like outwardly vocal people advocating for social justice are actually usually the worst, most terrible people. And I think about how Tyra, her whole interview, she's like, I was changing the beauty standard, I was changing the beauty standard. Meanwhile, she's like fucking up so many different people, so many different types of women on the show. It was like insane. And so it's like she was not changing the beauty standard, she was actually weaponizing the beauty standard, but telling everyone she was changing it to deflect from her actual actions. And I think that is so fascinating. I think that's so fascinating. I like know these types of people all over in Hollywood. They're like actually the worst people to befriend. Like they're gonna like do you dirty, talk shit about you, make micro and macro aggressions towards you. Even if they are people of color themselves, they'll find a part of their identity that isn't marginalized and weaponize that against the people who are marginalized. It is insane. And I think of like this particular like air quote friend I used to have who would like go around and tell people like, oh, I'm queer, I was outed at work, da 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 da. She was a woman, but then in the same sentence, when she'd be hanging out with her like friends, our friends who were also queer and sapphics, she'd be like, I would never touch pussy, I would never eat pussy. And it's like, you are out here propagating so much SJW blah 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 blah. Meanwhile, you're the biggest upholder and perpetuator of this homophobia, and that is exactly what Tyra Banks gave. And if you're in Hollywood, watch the fuck out for that archetype.